my headset audio instead because my mic isn't working for some reason. Let's use the headset instead, I think. I think this is going to be fine. Professional microphone out, crappy USB audio mic is going to be better. Is that okay? Yeah, I'll boost it up a little bit. Let's boost it up a little bit. Let me just push this up. Testing now. Is that a little bit better? Put it up about 50%. I'll turn the volume down of the game a little bit. Let me just see. How's that? Is that a bit better? I have the M3 Max 40 core version. So this is the highest spec M3 Max, which I just bought in Taiwan. It was a lot cheaper in Taiwan than it was in the UK. Can you hear me correctly? Is the audio any good? Let me see. I'll drop the game audio a little bit more. So I'm going to put this at 23, minus 23. I boosted my mic audio. Is that better? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, good. A bit louder. Okay, I'll try it a little bit louder. Basically, I don't know why my microphone's not working correctly. That's a shame. But I'm just gonna go into advanced audio settings, OBS, just boost this even higher. See if I can get the wave. That's my wave 3. Okay, is that better? I'll push it up even higher actually. Let's go up to 250%. See how that works. Is that better? Definitely boost the mic a bit more if you wanted to. Yeah, I can see under OBS it's only coming in at about minus 25 dB. Let me just try and fix this. Let's try and fix my bloody mic.
test. Is this microphone okay? This is my original Yeti. Is this mix any good? Can you hear me clearly? I'm hoping this is working okay. Can everyone hear me clearly? Can everyone hear me clearly? Good. I'm glad I still have my original Yeti microphone still attached to this computer. So my Elgato Wave 3 has failed me for whatever reason. Okay, I'm very glad that everyone is on the stream at the moment. Oh my god, I've got 93 concurrent viewers. It's crazy. Okay, so today we are playing Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now, the Windows version of this game cannot run on a Mac, and that's because of DRM. Basically, Ubisoft have put DRM in the Windows version of this game. It probably can run through crossover just fine, but instead we're going to be playing this Ryujinx version. This is the Nintendo Switch version of the game. It's being emulated on my MacBook Pro with the M3 Max chip. A lot of people are asking which MacBook Pro this is. This is the higher spec MacBook Pro with 40 GPU cores. I just bought this from my travels when I went to Asia over Christmas period, and this was nearly £1,000 cheaper in Asia than it was in the UK due to taxes and various other reasons. But anyway, massively cheaper, and I'm running this at 2 times docked resolution. So it's double the resolution, so it should be... Someone can figure this out. So the canvas resolution on the top right hand side here isn't necessarily accurate. I'm going to full screen this now. And yeah, we're going to be playing this through Ryujinx. Game mode has been turned on. I think I might just... Yeah, I think I might maximize this at the beginning anyway before I get started. Cool. Yeah, Taiwan is amazing. I actually went 3 times last year with the family, so we have been to Taiwan a lot of times now. I love Taiwan. It is my family's kind of homeland. Let me see. Docked 4 times. I could probably run this up. I did try this out 4 times before, and it didn't run that well, so I probably won't do that right now. Great. So if anyone has any questions, I'm actually going to get started on the game now. I'm playing this with my Xbox One wireless controller here. Let's get started. If the volume levels aren't quite right, then please let me know in the chat. I'll try and tweak this. Right now, the Elgato is showing minus 23 decibels, so that should be right. Let me see. F11 is the true full screen. Let's try that. Is that right? I'll just full screen it the normal way. Okay, good. And then I'm going to keep the UI open so you can see that it is at the docked resolution. And then let's get started. How much RAM do I have? I think I've got 40 gigabytes of RAM. Let me just... I will show it later. Okay, good. Let's get started. We need to make sure my input settings are correct. I think I might restart this because my... what often happens is if you haven't played for a while, then it's gonna... Why isn't this taking my input? I'm gonna restart this emulator. Okay, let's get this working properly. Have you noticed a big difference from the M2 Max to the M3 Max? I'm thinking again for M2 Max system because they're significantly cheaper. Yes, Benami, I do think that there is a small difference, and you're probably going to be very happy with the M2 Max, to be honest. It's overkill for almost every single person. In fact, I didn't really need to upgrade from the M1 Max to the M3 Max. I did it just because I really wanted a faster computer, but I didn't really need it. So if you have the opportunity to buy the M1 Max or the M2 Max, that's probably going to be better for you. I'm running TG Pro, yes. That's giving me the fan sensor information. You know, Switch emulation is very, very light on a powerful machine like the M3 Max. Okay, let's get started and I'll come back to chat in a minute. I'm going to use guided because I don't really like getting lost in the game. And I'm going to play this on warrior mode because I want a bit of a challenge, but not too much of a challenge. Built-in full screen that can be enabled. Yeah, I'm using the built-in full screen. Yeah, so Vision Pro, I am running the Nintendo Switch version of the game emulated through Ryujinx, the native ARM emulator. We need some crazy person to max out the RAM in Minecraft Apple Silicon Edition. 192GB and 3 max. I'm not sure RAM would make that much difference beyond like 64GB. Okay. I'm coming in from the 2019 i9 16-inch. It's going to be insanely faster. So yeah, Benami, I think that if you are using an Intel Mac, the jump to Apple Silicon, even like the base M1 chip, is like huge in terms of battery, performance. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised even using like a base M1 Max. I mean, most people are not upgrading from an M1 Max to an M3 Max. I would say that I am the, the exception. 400GB per second asset loading improvement. You're talking about the unified RAM speed, right? Eyes of Bias. To be honest, I think that like loading speeds of games isn't really that big of a deal. Like a lot of people think that the Xbox direct storage, etc., is going to make a big difference to the performance of games. But like most of the games that I run from my MacBook Pro, I actually use an SD card, and that only runs at about 100 megabytes per second or so. And most games, like on like a Steam Deck, they run just fine from an SD card, like a UHS 1 speed SD card. So I'd say that is probably not that big a deal for most games. Yeah, I use an M1 Pro on the work Mac, so I understand. Okay, the game has started. What's happened with my controller? We were doing just fine. What's wrong here? This is no longer... Ooh. This is no longer responsive to me for some reason. What's happened here? Let me try. This is supposed to be a really smooth experience, guys. I tested this. I made sure this is all working correctly. Why is... Okay, time to try a different controller. PS5. Let's hope this pairs. Pair it up. Pair it up. Pair it up, pair it up. Okay. Not working, what the hell? This is what it's like. Cutting edge technology. £4,000 laptop. Disaster stream so far. Oh my god. Okay, what the hell is happening? Why is this not working? Why? I mean, I did just update my version of Ryujinx. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What's happening here? Let's try this again. What happens if I do keyboard? Keyboard is fine. Okay, let's skip this bit. Let's get into gameplay. Okay, keyboard is working. Controller does not want to do work. Come on, guys. Come on. Oof, this is annoying me now. Ryujinx's fault. Yes, I actually already restarted Ryujinx. Okay. Steam is running in the background. Maybe that is the issue. Can't believe I've got so many people watching, and it's nothing is working. This is like typical Mac gaming. Okay, I'm gonna restart and then try this again. Yeah. Restart. You're right. I'm gonna restart Ryujinx. Start it up again. Come on, guys. I mean, thankfully. Why can't it see? Why cannot see my controller, eh? This was working perfectly fine before. Yeah, maybe I need to go back a version. Let's go back a version of Ryujinx. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back. Let's go to GitHub. Let's download an earlier release. Where is it? How do I get an older version? That's 1.1.1.1, but I want older builds. I want the one that was working for me before about 3 or 4 days ago. So let's get this one. macOS Universal. Yeah, 50 Shades Audition. I think that was like a YouTube video that I was watching from, what was it? Let me see. Yeah, that was an SNL sketch. You can look it up. Nothing dodgy on my computer here. Let's use... How do I down... No, I'm downloading the wrong thing. I want the universal. I want this. Where's my game? Where's my bloody emulator? macOS Universal. That's the headless. I want the Ava, the Ava UI version of the emulator. Let's have a look. Okay, doing it live. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Okay, let's do this. No, we are not updating. Let's see if we got these settings in correctly. Xbox controller. Let's light it up again. Okay. Pray to God this is going to work this time. Okay. I'm going to disable my laptop view because my mic arm is in the way anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, this is working. This is working now. Okay, let's do it again.
Let's go, Sargon.
Ah, finally. Okay, finally we're playing. Okay. So, this game has been launched. I mean, I played the demo, but this game has been launched for the first time here. So, we don't have any shaders cached. When I started up, nothing was cached correctly. Of course, Resec, the project on Ryujinx, is not working anymore, and so we have to generate all the shaders from scratch. And what's cool is that this doesn't really have any kind of stutter. So we're running this on a 2x resolution, 2x docked resolution, and yeah, it's you know, it's actually running really well. There's barely any stutter on this at all. Okay, let's look at the chat. Something's filtering keyboard. The graphics in Village are kind of dingy too. RE4 shows off Apple Silicon way better. Yeah, RE4 is a beautiful game. Okay, let's play.
Be on your guard. It's the Rushabar.
So guys, let me know in chat if the audio is good. Let me know if it sounds okay. Can I uncap frame rate? So in Ryujinx, there's a function here to disable VSync, and says it's going at 120 frames per second. It feels kind of laggier. It doesn't feel right. Let me turn this frame cap back on. Let me try a little bit with 120 frames turned on. Okay, let's turn up the game audio slightly. Turn up the game audio a tiny bit. Let me know if that's okay.
None of you will leave here alive.
This is pretty cool. Try the parrying out. Ooh, timing is terrible. That's a good parry. So this is like a really exciting kind of evolution of the Prince of Persia series. I mean, I haven't played a Prince of Persia game for a long time, but the fact that they've pivoted this towards like a Metroidvania style game is quite cool. And the fact they made it this like 2.5D 3D game, which isn't too graphically demanding, which will run well on a Switch as well as on, you know, more powerful hardware, is very exciting. It's just a shame that this doesn't come out on macOS, when you can see clearly it works pretty much perfectly on a Mac. And I'm sure that the Windows version would run fine just as well if it didn't have all of that crazy DRM added to the Ubisoft version of the Windows version of the game. So, you know, it's a real shame that this is turned out like this. Yeah, Sands of Time was an excellent Prince of Persia game. The combat in this is actually really cool. I'm really enjoying this. I remember the very first Prince of Persia game. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever played that one. The one where it was basically a big puzzle game, and you had a 1 hour time limit to finish the game. And combat was heavily discouraged. Like there was a part actually within the first Prince of Persia game where if you try to fight the the mirror image, the magical mirror image enemy, like a boss, right? You couldn't actually beat the boss. You actually had to put the sword down in order to complete that part of the level. So I saw a little bit of stutter there, a little bit of shaded compilation stutter during that little cutscene, but runs beautifully. I mean, 120 frames per second at 2x native resolution is pretty nice. And this game looks beautiful. I would have thought that this game would have started off where the demo started, but this is cool. That I think this feels like a prequel, like a background prequel cutscene. See, it's not quite hitting that 120 frames per second. It's going, in this part here, it's hovering about 100 or so. Normally, when you disable VSync on these games, the game logic often like double speeds as well, because vengeful counter with that flickering doesn't look right. I'm going to put this back to 60 frames per second, so that this is not going to cause any kind of graphical issues. It was not designed. The Switch was never designed to run at 120 frames per second. Let's kill these baddies. It's interesting that this demo part is giving such a combat-heavy introduction to this part of the game. Thank you, Hanley, for your support. Really much appreciated. Yes, I was very young. I mean, that first Prince of Persia game is basically one of the first games I ever played. And I remember that was one of the only games I had on my computer at the time. It was my brother's computer. It was like a 386. And I used to play that over and over and over again. And I never finished it, but it was a really good game, that first Prince of Persia. Bit of stuttering there. It's gone under. Well, this is like a pre-rendered cutscene. It's going about 30 frames per second. Great, thank you.
The Russia bar, was it? Your life ends here. Not if yours ends first.
Yeah. Thanks, Hanley. I really appreciate the support. Let's kill this boss first before we start talking. What am I supposed to do? Big area effect. Ouch. Let's do some aerial attacks. Let's try and slide behind him. I don't want to be in front of that. This guy is a ridiculous size. He's at least 5 times bigger than my character is. How am I supposed to dodge these attacks? Let's drink a potion. Okay, let's get past. Okay, that was the counter attack. Okay. Okay, this is, whoa, ow. Let's get behind him. These games all involve getting behind the boss, right? You gotta get behind the pointy part of the stick, you know? Come on. Come on, let me hit you, let me hit you. Dodge under this trident thing. Easy. Easy, right? Yeah, I hope. Surf and Trucks. Can you play AAA games native to macOS or crossover games instead of this? I will play other games. I played Resident Evil 4 last time. This is a new game, and if the crossover version of this game did work, then I would definitely play the Windows crossover version, but unfortunately we just don't have that as an option today.
Protector of Persia has long left, but should our enemies try to take advantage of the situation, they will soon find.
I did not download any pre-compiled shaders. Rusak is a project that's no longer available, so this is like a fresh boot. So it's actually surprisingly very smooth, considering we have no shaders compiled for this game so far.
30 years ago, the divine bird Simurgh graced my shoulder, thus showing his trust in me to guide our people.
So is the stream bitrate grainy? So I'm running this at 1080. This is a 1080p stream at 9,000 kilobytes, so it should be okay. Yes, this is my new MacBook Pro. This is the N3 Max, so I bought this one over the kind of Christmas break. Thank you so much, Hanley, for, wow, 5 memberships. Thank you very much for your support, Hanley. Really appreciate it.
Accept this royal sash.
How come I deserve an M3? I do not deserve an M3, to be honest. Like I said earlier in the stream, I do not need an M3 Max, like, at all, right? It is not something that I needed. It has, like, for me, it has a marginal improvement over the M1 Max, but it's a little bit more future-proof, and I just wanted something shiny and new. And I found a deal when I was away in Taiwan, and it was too good to pass up.
As you wish, Hassan.
Royal Sash. Okay. What's cool about this is that this doesn't repeat any of the stuff in the demo at all, so at least not yet.
Just watch out. Rush.
I do not believe such stories. That is
Okay,
all
let's have a
that
look.
ma-
No problem, man. I'm working on AAA iPhone game content on the side. So keep it going. We all raise Apple gaming together. You're right. iOS games, iPhone games, they all work on a Mac. What's happening here?
Live the House of Tamiris.
Next time, can we try a game that's memory intensive? It helps them understand the M3 can. Yes, I will try a game. I mean, last time I streamed Baldur's Gate 3 and I played Resident Evil 4 remakes, so those are both super intensive and they work great on a Mac.
I defeated Uvishka, and we saved Persepolis.
Did we? Thousands died on the battlefield. We're out of supplies. Persia is barely surviving. The Kashan will surely come back. Would you call that a victory?
Albocage, I'm running the 16-inch version. I like 16-inch because it's when I'm traveling, I like to have something big so I can do video editing on it.
There's nothing left in one's path.
What is at the end of my blade?
Found an answer yet?
I won't figure that out tonight. Maybe a drink will help.
Thanks, but I have other matters to attend to. You have what it takes to become one of the greatest, Sargon.
I know.
Okay.
Just
And listen to Varum. He will keep you on the right path.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a beautiful game. I'm still in Act 3. I'm tempted to stream it, but currently the Windows and the Mac patches are out of sync at the moment. Ooh, a bit of stutter there. So if I was to stream this on a Mac, And then ooh. If I was streaming it on a Mac, then I'd have to run it through crossover, which is not ideal. Am I supposed to go this way? It's weird that it wants me to go left rather than right, which is cool.
Oh, that's nonsense. He looks nothing like. He took everything from his mom. That's all.
So Docky, yeah, this game is not on a Mac. This is the Nintendo Switch version, running at 2x resolution on the Apple Silicon Mac using Regix, the Nintendo Switch emulator.
The hero of the day. The Queen's new protege. So,
Hi Christian, greetings from Germany, thanks.
trading in your swords to become a satrap.
Hanley, I do not have an M2 Ultra.
All you want. Who eliminated a general tonight?
Don't encourage them, Sargon.
I used to have an M2 Ultra, but I returned it. And, you know, one of the things that you do as an Apple reviewer stroke YouTuber is that
Won't be far.
kind of abusing the European, the EU return system. So if you buy a Mac in the UK, if you buy it online, then you actually have quite a long time to return it. And you know what's really cool is that I'm still running. What's really cool is that I still have like my M3 Pro and the base M3 right here, and I'm still eligible to return this, even though I bought this at the end of November last year. Right? They have this extended Christmas returns policy, and so you know I've already made my M3 content, so I'm going to return them this week, and yes, I can keep returning stuff. So I had a conversation with Created Tech, who is another Mac YouTuber, and he's returned more stuff than I have, like probably like $20,000-$30,000 worth of stuff so far.
He's amazing. You should be proud.
And yeah, you know, I keep a lot of Apple stuff too, but there's a lot of stuff I just return. And I think Apple are so rich, they do not care about how much you return. So it's great that you can do it.
And you are the white lion.
From my point of view, I've done, you know, marketing for them. I don't feel guilty. It just gets resold as a refurbished Mac, and it makes someone's Mac cheaper. So you know, I keep them in good condition. They just get resold again, recycled.
Can we go celebrate now?
Chris K. Path of Exile works very nicely on Apple Silicon, and Last Epoch works also nicely with crossover. I haven't tried Last Epoch yet. Is that a good game?
I wouldn't miss it.
Fire! Prince Hassan has been kidnapped.
Kidnappers? They must still be in the palace.
Take the lead.
Who are these people? I haven't been paying attention.
We must find Prince Hassan.
Who's Prince Hassan? I keep buying stuff for reviews and not use them much after. I feel bad returning stuff. I don't feel bad. I mean, other companies maybe. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. But Apple are rich. Apple are the richest company in the world, pretty much, and it's just been temporarily overtaken by Microsoft. But in reality, they have so much cash that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you return. Last Epoch works great. I've not heard of Last. What is that? What is the Last Epoch? Is it like a RPG or something? He looks angry. Athra Surge. Athra is the sacred energy that burns in every living being. Sargon's attack generates like a combo thing. Okay, gauge is full, then hold Z, L, and Y. Okay, to surge. So hold Z, L, and Y. It's amazing how well this game works on Regix. There was no shader stutter at all for that new animation. These enemies are quite hard to kill. Like, I'm trying to kill these guys. Come on. Come on. Ow! I think it wants me to use the special ability. Yeah, so you can do that every now and then. So I need to generate enough of this combo meter, and then... Oh, I've got through now. Okay.
Anahita, what is this all about?
I wasn't planning on killing you, Sargon. Stay out of this.
Move out of my way.
So, PoE, like Path of Exile and Ellie, last epoch not mentioned on Apple Gaming Wiki. Is the site maintained by you? Yes. It's been in a bit of neglect at the moment. Return the M3, get the Apple Vision Pro. Can't order the Apple Vision Pro in the UK. If someone wants to send me an Apple Vision Pro, I really, really want to test it. I mean, I'm quite excited about it. If I could buy it in the UK, I would definitely buy it, but it's probably going to be sold out like straight away, so I'm not sure what's going to happen.
I'll find you, Hassan.
Last epoch works great with crossover. Yes, I ordered the custom M2 Pro that took 3 weeks to come. Okay.
Just for flair.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. I mean, if you don't like something, Apple would prefer that you return it, to be honest, rather than have that feeling of, you know, not liking one of their products. Ouch, ouch. Okay, I'm dying. Ouch. This guy's not like a sword master, he's more like a shield master. Can I just run away from this guy? He's killing me. Ow. I am almost dead. Gotta slide behind them with the shiny red eyes. Ow! Ugh, dead. What are my thoughts on the AVP? What's the AVP? Okay, so those red eye attacks cannot be blocked, so I have to slide underneath it, as I have been doing. This, yeah, like another chat said, does not feel like Prince of Persia. This is like extremely combat focused, at least at the beginning. I mean, the demo that I played before, it was more traditional puzzle platforming. This is definitely very, very combat based. It's all about timing, the attacks. I keep getting locked in these animations, right, which... When I dodge past, then I have to be quite careful about being in range. Otherwise, I just do these useless sword attacks, which are too far away. Oh, I finally killed this dude. Okay. Apple are rich in a way that no other company is. Yeah, that's right.
Anahita, what is going on?
They have so much cash. I think it makes them immune from feeling guilty about. He worked at Apple for 2.5 years. A lot of people watch my vids, yeah. Last time I was in an Apple store, I did have one guy come up to me and tell me that they really like my videos, which was nice. And that happened like 3 times, which was nice. It's nice to have like a guy at the Apple store recognize you consistently. But it's just one guy. But it's always nice when that happens. Antonio, great shout out for your M series Mac videos. You're the best, thanks. CS2 and Valorant not possible. Counter-Strike 2 is playable through crossover, so you can do that. what is my relationship with Code Weavers? Code Weavers, you know, they make crossover. They send me. I'm part of their affiliate program, so I like to promote their product. I get some money from it. They also send me swag as well. Not wearing my Code Weavers t-shirt today, but often I do because I have about 10 of them. You know what? I'm gonna skip this dialogue bit because I'm not that interested in the story that much. Okay, this feels like the bit of the actual demo part, anyway, the palace. Okay, two games I want to play on Mac: Quantum Break and Super Meat Boy Forever. Quantum Break. I'm not sure if anyone's ever tested that game on a Mac. Be interesting to see. Yeah, Benami Swift. This game is expensive. This does look like a AA budget game, like a game which is you know, has the weight of a big studio behind it, but is not that ambitious. Like this is almost like a mobile game kind of graphical quality. Which doesn't mean a huge amount, because now we have Resident Evil 4 as a mobile game, Resident Evil Village. So it's kind of raised the bar a bit, but you can tell it's kind of like lower detail, lower polygon count, kind of character models, and you know, not properly lip-synced character models during these cutscenes. So you know, it's a smaller budget game being marketed as something big, and I think it's also because it's being released at a, you know, in this January slot where not a lot of games come out at this time. It's quite interesting. Yeah, ask them to swipe their badge for you to get a discount. Yeah, well, it's a good idea. They must be quite regulated, the actual employee discounts. That's what I've heard. Why can't I jump? Genshin recently launched Fontaine, so I was thinking to buy. What's Fontaine? Is that an update for Genshin Impact? Does it work well? Well, Genshin Impact has had a bunch of issues. So there was you used to be able to run it through Wine, or there was the project called Yet Another Anime Game Launcher, but those have been broken by a recent Rosetta update. Well, an update in the game is using some feature which is broken on Rosetta 2, and apparently there's an Apple bug fix has been submitted. So there's a way of fixing it, but it needs to be implemented by Apple, which means that the traditional ways of running Genshin Impact won't work on a Mac. I think the only method that works is play cover at the moment. Anyone able to run in vanilla WoW on crossover? On Parallels, I got quite bad FPS. I think WoW is only going to work on Parallels if you want to run the Windows version of Warcraft. I remember trying older clients to run on private servers. Parallels or VMware Fusion is probably the way to go. Quantum Break is a really fun game. Is Quantum Break who made Quantum Break? Let me know. Oh, yeah, it's a Remedy game. Yeah, it's like an Alan Wake 2 doesn't work on a Mac. Alan Wake 1 can work. I remember trying it a couple of years ago on crossover. It didn't work very well. Probably work better through a virtual machine. I used to be a big World of Warcraft player back in the day, back in my university days, and I'm kind of glad I don't play it anymore because it was way too addictive. Is it possible to play Detroit Become Human on a Mac? No, I think it's due to some AVX requirement. So AVX is a CPU hardware feature, which Rosetta 2 doesn't support. So some games like Detroit Become Human cannot work. It's a beautiful game. I'd love to get it working on a Mac. It's a good candidate for Mac, like a beautiful adult serious game, and you know, it will make a great showcase, similar to like something like Death Stranding, right? Something kind of a little dark, a little bit sci-fi.
You're on your own.
It'd be great to see it running on a Mac. I remember it ran okay on my Steam Deck, about 30 FPS on the lower settings on the Steam Deck, not too bad. Varden, thank you for subscribing. Benami says, I'm a big Dota player, and that seems to run pretty nice on a Mac. Dota 2 seems to run well. I mean, Dota 2 runs well for now. I mean, of course, Counter-Strike 2 used to run just fine on a Mac. Well, CSGO ran fine on a Mac, and then they canned the Counter-Strike 2 Mac port for pretty much no reason. I'm not sure Dota 2 will always work on a Mac. It's certainly not getting worked on at all. So in the past, it's had lots of updates. For example, using the Vulkan renderer to run through Molten VK. That was a thing that Valve did. I remember they demonstrated it on stage or through in a WWDC. What the hell's this? Okay, I just wasted one of them. What is this? So I need an ability to blow up this yellow wall. So I wonder what that is. Well, WoW Classic is quite a tempting thing to play with a native Mac version. I got really confused after like Mr. Pandera came out. That's when WoW kind of stopped. Ouch, working for me as a concept. It just got too complicated. So WoW Classic is something that sounds quite fun. But you know, there are way too many games to play. I have hundreds of games and that I haven't played, and I think time is better spent like completing single player games like this. Getting a little bit more out of life, because if I play WoW Classic, it's just gonna absorb my life again. How do we get up here? That's cool. This is cool. WoW was the best game for the first few years, too grind heavy later. Once open world PvP encounter stopped being a thing, it got boring. I remember playing World of Warcraft and playing a rogue character, and there was that gigantic open world PvP between Taran Mill and South Shore, or whatever it was. And it felt like there was another MMO that I used to play a lot called Dark Age of Camelot, and it felt a lot like that. You know, thousands of people, not thousands, maybe like 50 people on each side, Horde versus Alliance, open world, organic PvP, and you know, that was fun. That was properly fun. Drink a potion. Okay, good. What am I supposed to do here? This is cool. What am I supposed to do here? Can I get through here? I guess maybe that's something I'll come through later. Mac needs a great FPS, no good FPS now. That is true. There is a game called Combat Master, which is an okay multiplayer FPS. Today I was supposed to be covering something called Zero Grounds, which has been doing some native Mac ARM game kind of marketing. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter game, which has a bit of a unique selling point with the way that it handles gravity. Which looked very interesting, but they've messed up their launch, so it's not launching. It's supposed to launch right now, like in the last hour, but it hasn't launched, which is a shame because I was going to stream it. So maybe I'll stream it later if it comes out. I'm almost like out of health. B. Okay. Okay, dude. Is this saving? Is this finally saving? Good.
What are you doing here? This place is too dangerous for a child.
Don't worry about me. I know the Citadel better than anyone. I know every step. I even go
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has a native version because you can just run the iPad version. Yeah, I remember. I made a video about that back in the day. There's another game called Gwent, which is like the Mac releases actually the iPad app to download on a Mac.
There are many whack trees throughout Mount Carf.
WoW is waiting and boring farming. Yep,
Tell me,
true.
you said we're in search of soldiers like us.
Okay, let's skip this bit. Eye of the Wanderer. This magic glass eye gives its bearer the ability to map all of Mount Quaff.
Go on.
Okay, let's try this. Oh.
Here, I might as well show you a neat trick to remember.
Allows you to capture images of Mount Quaff. Okay.
Thank you, Miss. I don't.
My name is Faraba.
I'm Sargon, warrior of the immortal.
Oh, doesn't that sound well? Sargon. I'm sure we'll need to. I'll share my discoveries with you when I can, but I'll need time crystals to do it.
Time crystals.
Time crystals.
Yeah, I did PvP for no points. I remember like I was in a guild and then there was this guy who would like chug elixirs of the mongoose, right? Just to do a tiny bit of PvP. And it was such a waste of resources because like those elixirs were designed to be used for a whole hour. But then, he would gank one, he was a rogue, right? Gank one guy and then he would just die straight away to like 20 other alliance players, killing him straight away. And then, yeah, it's such a huge waste. And killing enemies at that time was completely worthless. How do I get this chest? Am I just not supposed to? Is this teasing me? Am I supposed to use this vision thing? What is this resource? Okay, well, I'll come back for that later when I've got the... Presumably there's a movement ability, which... I'm getting caned here. Is there another thing I can... If I save here, will that replenish my health? Yeah, it does. Good. You should check out WoW Classic Season of Discovery, same classic feel. Is that the name of the new expansion? I have not been following. Nithos says, I have a controller which is shown to be plugged in the Mac system report but not working. It's a weird GameSir G7 SE. I have a video on my YouTube channel from about maybe a year and a half ago, which covers a lot of like hacks and solutions for controllers, especially non-standard controllers. Oh gosh, I'm getting destroyed here. yes, if you check out that video, basically if you type in enjoyable, which is a name of an application, then you might find a solution. But yeah, basically the problem with the Mac is that if you're not using an Xbox controller and if you're not using a DualSense or the earlier versions of these controllers, the Xbox One or the PS4 controller, then basically Ventura and Sonoma, macOS Sonoma, just don't have support for these controllers. You can get all the controllers like the PS3 working, but only wired and only using like specific hacks to get it working. So, you know, Mac controller support, not much backwards compatibility, I'm afraid. Ooh, spiky. Why is my screen purple? There's a door here. Ooh, secret. This is a secret area. How am I supposed to get past these spikes? Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ah! My crossover is stuck on updating thing. I already deleted the bottom. Create a new one. Can anyone help me? If your crossover is stuck, then I would suggest... God, I'm back here again. Let's skip this guy. That's funny, the archer got killed by... Let's try just doing this. Your co-worker was in the original Leroy Jenkins party. Well, that's a lot of street cred. That's a lot of street cred. I remember when that Leroy Jenkins video came out. That was a real classic. Drink my potion now. Why is my screen all purple? I heard that LoL will be switching over to Vanguard. So the Vanguard is the new anti-cheat system. It's not happening for macOS, so League of Legends will still be playable on a Mac for the conceivable future. Let's just skip this guy. Let's just skip these guys and then get to this baddie here. Skip it. Okay, good. Hi. Oh, I'm back here already. So does that mean I can go back up that way? I can't go back up this way. So I've already backtracked here before. So last time I came through here, and then now that there's this weird baddie in the way. Okay. It's cool, the level of exploration that we can have here. Whoa. I want to escape this bit because I want to go back to that. I want to go back to that save point, which is down here. And then I get my potion back. I think I got my potion back. And I get my health back, which is nice. So I just did a loop and I didn't have to do that again. So I'll just come back. Whilst Derek says WoW Classic Season of Discovery is vanilla WoW with some new features split into seasons. Level cap of 25. So does that mean everyone can only get to level 25? It's a bit like I remember like people used to do like battlegrounds twinking. So people would make sure that their characters were extremely powerful at the max level cap for particular battlegrounds, like level 19, level 29, etc. So yeah, seasonality is, I guess, has some similarities to that, right? So where am I supposed to go? So I've already done this bit. I've gone up there already. I've come here. Let's try this bit again. I need to get up here. I need to get... Oh, I need to get through that drawbridge. I need to get past this purple bit. Let's go up. Ah, here we are. Drink a potion. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's not let them come past. Oh, that's clever. This bridge can be used to jump. This is interesting level design. What on earth is this? That was cool. So is this a good game? I am actually having more fun than I thought. The reviews of this game from the professional reviewers seem to indicate that this is a high quality Metroidvania style game. Okay, let's see. Am I supposed to go this way? It says up here. I'm supposed to go up. I like this design. It's not obvious that there's a thing I have to do here. Okay. I will miss my touch bar when I go M2. I do not like the touch bar at all. Like, I find it worse than not having a keyboard. Oh shit, okay. How am I supposed to get past this then? There must be some traversal ability. I think in the demo there was a jump dash. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Just gonna mute my mic for a moment. Yeah. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Let me see here. I heard that at least the Windows version will be switching over soon. Switch over, exceeding max content. Thank you, Jev Genny T. I appreciate that. Have I tried the M3 Max 14-inch and how's the fan noise situation? I haven't tried the 14-inch Max variants before. I've heard that they have worse thermal performance, but I haven't verified that myself, I'm afraid. It's very rare for my Mac, my 16-inch Mac anyway, to reach peak temperature. Like right now we're running at a smooth under 60 FPS for all of my performance cores. I can't imagine that would be hugely different for a 14 Max, like a 14-inch M3 Max as well. It's only when you're running something really, really intensive that would happen. Hanley says that they're a touch typer, so they never look at the keyboard. I've used the touch bar before. I just never a fan of it. What I did was I just turned on the I turned off all the touch bar features and then made it just display the F keys, and I just found that a lot more usable. Okay, how am I supposed to get past this bit? Oh. Okay, that's not working, obviously. Okay, so I must have to backtrack somewhere. I must have to do something to get past this bit. Typical Metroidvania. Level cap of 25 with a level 25. What are you rating at level 25 anyway? Is level 25 the same as classic WoW level 25? What is level? Oh, I can jump on this arm. That's cool. I like that. This ledge is not obvious. Yeah, this is where I was before.
Take the prince to the Simor gate.
Anahita! Don't you dare harm him!
If you want Prince Hassan back, come and get him.
Anahita!
Mages can become healers. Warlocks, tanks with certain runes. Runes? What runes? Do you use an iPhone or Android? I use an iPhone. Does this game work on crossover? It does not work on crossover at the moment. I think it's due to the Ubisoft's quite restrictive DRMs. That's why it's not working. Maybe if someone tries a non-DRM version of the game, then that might work through crossover. But you know, this seems to work really well. I like to be able to skip every YouTube ad with it though. Okay. Andrew, Regents for Mac keeps crashing for me. It's a fresh download as well. Do you know how to fix it? Well, you know, if you missed the beginning of this stream, which was a bit of a disaster, I could not get the latest version, which is 1111 at the end, working. So I downloaded an earlier version because I had like controller issues, and this version worked a lot better than that one. So how do I get up there? Is that a bow? These are arrows here. Clearly I'm supposed to use these arrows to shoot the thing. Where am I going to get the... I like this design. There's this Egyptian archer guy. Clearly this is a platform I'm supposed to stand on. Give me my bow. There are these like interesting level design cues which are telling me where to go. Docu says, what Mac would you advise for someone with a budget of around 2,000? I think he prefers to have a MacBook Pro instead of a desktop. $2,000? $2,000? You're looking at M3 Pro, aren't you? You're looking at the mid-spec or low-spec M3 Pro computer. Upper City. Be nice if they gave us a save point. What is this? I need a whack whack tree. Where's my nearest whack whack tree? Spiky. Stressful. Is there no other way to get health? Where's all the health? Architectural drawing. Okay. This is useless Ubisoft crap. So this is probably a part I can't get up. Okay. Doesn't really help me with my health situation, which is pretty bad at the moment. This looks bad. Ah. An amulet. Okay, so I can upgrade stuff. If I can find a whack whack tree, which I'm about to, if I get hit by one of these things, I'm probably gonna get resurrected at the nearest whack whack tree. What is this? What is this place? I was here before. There are no whack whack trees here. Maybe I should go back to my last whack whack tree. The original M1 Mac is still basically the best value Mac that you can buy, and the M1 Pro and the M1 Max are excellent machines, especially if you can get them at good prices. There is virtually, for the majority of people, there's virtually no point in getting anything faster than an M1 Pro or an M1 Max. How do I pick up this guy? I'm gonna go back to my whack whack tree. I'm gonna save and take some of the stress out of exploring. Because then to get to the whack whack tree, I just need to go this way, and then down here. Now I can equip the amulet as well, which is cool, which will upgrade my health a bit. Amulets. So I can equip. Yeah, so I've got more melee attack damage in the air. That's not too bad. How do I get to this chest? Can't jump on the tree because that would make too much sense. Okay, good. The M3 Max is a machine which just does not make sense. It's just completely unnecessary. I did not notice frame pacing issues with Resident Evil 4. It seemed to play really well on my Mac. Okay, let's go back to that area. Skip these enemies. Oh, I'm doing terribly. I'm doing terribly. Ah. Okay, going back up here again. I think I'm getting the hang of this, but there's something missing here. There's this whole archery bit. Okay, this is a new section. What's this? Sewers. Depths. This is cool because I was in the lower city before, now I'm in the depths. And I was stuck there before, but maybe there's something here which is going to help me. Mirror.
Do tell me you found a path to Prince Hassan and Anahita.
He's up there somewhere, so...
Have you?
Only the most abominable creatures lurk in the darkest region. I do my best work in the shadows, and Hassan is not here. Don't take unnecessary
Graphics look a little bit better underground.
Thanks for the
Yeah, it looks okay. There's a lot of this parallax effect in the background, which is very cool. The entire dev team I work with works on the M1 Pro. They are awesome. They are great, the M1 Pros. I have a 64GB MacBook Pro M1 Max. It is still fast enough. Yes. How do I get down here? Let's have a look. Bugs. Acid pools. Not very imaginative, is it? Ah. What? Okay, teleported all the way back. Okay, interesting. Let's have a look. Does anyone here play OW2 Overwatch 2 on a Mac? How does it run? Anyone tried running Call of Duty Warzone 2? So Overwatch 2 can run okay through crossover. Not the best experience, I'd say. It runs okay using Game Porting Toolkit. But there are still some persistent issues, quality of life issues. For example, the fact that you have to, whenever you die in the game, you have to Alt-Tab in order for the mouse cursor to work again. So that's a bugbear. Makes it not very fun to play. Can work okay. Warzone 2 probably never going to work due to various reasons, including its anti-cheat. You can stream it using Boostroid though. Okay, let's get to the next bit of this game. So I need to... It's obvious that the game is telling me I need to shoot that thing. Or, actually, no, I could jump and slash it, couldn't I? I don't need arrows. I can just... How do I get above there? Can I circumvent around? Because I can, if I jump down, then I can hit that. I can't get past that. I know that. How do I get past this? Can anyone look up whether I'm supposed to be able to pick up these stupid arrows? How do I pick up these stupid arrows? Because I remember the demo, there's like an ability to shoot a bow. Tarquina says, all Apple Silicon machines are great. Just upgraded from 2015 MacBook Pro to 16-inch M3 Max. Yeah, Intel to, you know, that's a huge jump going from Intel 2015 to an M3 Max. Pretty significant. Can you show us another game that you can run on the Mac? This game looks like it comes from 2003. I think you're remembering 2003 a little bit differently from the way I remember it. This looks substantially better than a 2003 game. But I take your point. I will play other games, but I'm sticking to this one for this stream for now. I was going to play a different game called... where is it? Let's see if it's out yet. I was going to play a bit of Zero Grounds. Just wait for that to come up. But that game that I want to try is also looks like it comes from a much earlier era as well. Not yet available. It's supposed to be released like a couple of hours ago, but I was quite keen to test it. But it ain't working. Okay, good. What is this thing?
Artaban.
Sargon. Varum saw Anahita's guards, and he's in. As for me, I cannot continue. Time flows.
Switch emulation. Yeah, this is Switch emulation.
Playing tricks on me.
It hasn't come out for the Mac, which is a real shame because, you know, this game works really well through emulation anyway.
I'm not giving in just yet.
In RE4, did Leon's hair look pixelated? Did you write like a Reddit post? Because I remember seeing a post on Mac Gaming. If hair is pixelated on a game, then it means that you're either running the game at too low a resolution, or you have Metal FX turned on too aggressively, like performance mode. What's free training? Okay. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Come out of this. So what is this guy? So a lot of these Metroidvania games could be quite easily fixed if the guy had like a grappling hook. How do I get past this? So there's a light there. I can't get past there. Can't get past there. Can I go down? Does that elevator take me down? can only go up. Probably been up before. I was stuck. Let me look this up. Can I pick up the arrows? Let me think. Can I pick up the arrows? No, I have to defeat. A boss first before I can do that. There's a great version of virtual racing on the Switch. I didn't realize virtual racing was on the Switch. Is that like the old version? The because like Virtua games, like Virtua Fighter, those are like 90s games, right? From the 2000s or something. So I'm just coming back to this area because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. Because I was here before and I can't go up. So this whole area means... Wait, is there a bit where I didn't go before? So if I go down this way... So I went down this way before. Yeah, I already did this before. I saw on your channel that you show games for Mac. I subscribed. I have a Mac myself and sometimes I want to take a break from work. Well, you know, that is the ultimate use case for this kind of thing. The Mac is, you know, basically the ultimate work machine, and if you want to relax and play a few Mac games on it, then why not take advantage of the efficiency, the graphical power of this system? And you know, most people just are just not aware that the Mac is a very powerful gaming system with so much potential, especially around the, you know, Apple Silicon's efficiency. You know, it's not the most graphically beautiful game, but let's see, what can I do here? So I've got potion upgrade, combat skills, fast travel. Who can fast travel? How can I fast travel? Who's this guy? My allies and I pursued of a traitor.
And the others are trapped here. Mount Calf has seen its share of travelers. Beware, warrior. Death and...
I've seen my share of death.
This is what 2000. This is one of the best new games out now. This game isn't even really officially out. It officially releases tomorrow, and but people who ordered the superior version of the game had access to this a little bit earlier. Amulet unlocked, increases max health. Okay.
Welcome.
What can I buy? This is currency. Additional healing potion. Yes. I don't have enough currency. I've got 400 currency. I need crystals. Ooh, a whack tree. Finally. There's actually quite a few very good games on Apple Arcade now. More people should check it out. What Apple Arcade games do you recommend? So my daughter really likes playing Crossy Road Castle. There's some nice RPGs on there like Fantasia. Fantasia, which is a JRPG which I struggle to get into, to be honest. Are there any good games for Mac? That's the key thing here, because there are some decent ones for phone, for iPhone, iPad. Yeah, my daughter loves Hello Kitty Island Adventure. She loves that game. Okay. Can I go up on the left and then jump down? Yeah, I was thinking maybe there's a way of going... If I can send the lift up without standing on the lift, maybe they can fall down the gap, because there's obviously a gap down here somewhere. I have to go all the way over here somewhere. Oh, this is a whole new lower city section. Ouch. Oh, that guy hit like a truck. Almost dead. Ugh. Gonna kill this guy for the crystals. Yeah, finally at 500, I think. Am I at 500? Let me see if I can turn off my metal HUD. Oh, 352, that's not enough. I think I'm gonna... If I go back to the tree, it's gonna reset all the enemies, but it's gonna reset my health as well. Where do you get this game? Well, firstly, you need a hacked Nintendo Switch, and then you need to buy the game Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and then you need to extract it, and then copy the NSP or XCI file onto your Mac, and then run it through Ryujinx. That is the official way to do it. What the hell? This would be a good Apple Arcade game. This is like the perfect kind of game. It's like this game is 6 GB in size on a Switch. You could probably compress it even more to run really nicely on an iPhone, iPad. What the hell? Oof. Ouch. Oof, that's a tight platforming. Am I still supposed to go up here? Oh, I opened up this section. So you don't have to do all that platforming again. What is this? Where am I? Disney Dreamlight Valley. Is that a good game? I haven't really tried it. Minecraft runs well. Yes, Java Edition runs very well on Apple Silicon Mac. The developers of Vintage Story are working on bringing full support for Mac for Vintage Story. What is Vintage Story? Is that a good game? Do you know why some games like Elden Ring run quite poorly on crossover, but others run great? Whenever you run things through translation layers, you know, using Rosetta 2 to run x86 game onto the ARM chip, you're using DirectX to Metal translation layer. It's always going to have major performance issues, but I did see a post on the Mac Gaming subreddit today. Someone managed to get the game running at 60 frames per second, which is a new thing, I think. They disabled eSync and used MSync instead, so I'm going to test that again in the future. Little Orpheus is on arcade. I think it looks better than this. Okay, I'll try that out sometime. One more question. The 120Hz displays that the latest MacBook Pros have, does it really work for gaming, or is there still a lot of ghosting, smearing present? I I am not a good judge of display latency. So experts will tell you that there is ghosting and latency on the display. Personally, I cannot tell. As far as I'm concerned, it's good enough. When you game on a Mac, it is gaming. You are compromising. It is a compromise to game on a Mac, and what you get is a very high quality 120 Hz display with great colors and brightness, etc. Latency side, I personally can't really tell, so I'm not a good judge of this. Dusty Fly Guy says, "What's up, Andrew? How are you doing?" I'm doing very well, thank you. It's nice to have. It's nice to stream. I enjoyed streaming the last time I did a stream, and this time it's been fun too. Save all. If you watch the beginning of the stream, I had a lot of technical issues with my microphone, so I had to get my old microphone out. But apart from that, it's been really good. Puzzle. Lever puzzle. How do I press this lever? Okay. Well, that's just impossible, isn't it? How am I supposed to hit that other thing? How on earth are you supposed to hit that second switch? Clearly the gear needs to move somehow. How does the gear move? Okay, that makes sense. So ratchet's at 90-degree angle, and then this guy. Ugh. Okay, what does that do? And then I'm supposed to chain the jumps together. Let's chain this one and this one. There's a final thingy here. Ah, clever. This is a good puzzle so far. One factor surely is that code weavers are bringing patches for certain games on crossover. I hope so. Vintage Story is a great game. It's an open world block based game, not a Minecraft clone, and in my opinion much better than Minecraft. Okay. I've seen a lot of Minecraft clones in my lifetime. Christian Rabe says, one of the most common questions is, can you play Red Dead Redemption 2? Sorry, you cannot. You can play Red Dead Redemption 1 through Rejinx, which is what I'm using to play this. Okay, boss. Oh, dear me. Ouch. 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 Okay, how do you avoid that whirlwind attack? Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, Asphalt Legends. Let's take a look. I tried to play Asphalt Legends tonight. I did not like that game. Sonic Dream Team, yes, that's a good one. Cypher 007, that's a new one, right? I've not heard of that one. Sonic Racing, yeah. Easy Come, Easy Golf. Star Wars Castaways. Wonderbox. I didn't really like Wonderbox very much. Fantasian, I couldn't get into it. JRPG. Oceanhorn 2. Maybe I'll give that another try. Spaceland. Yeah, maybe I'll try these again. I'll have to review this stream again in the future and try some of these games out. Okay, let me try and get past this boss so I don't have to respawn at the whack whack tree again. How do I avoid that whirlwind attack? Do I just keep getting hit by that? It's hitting me with the marble column. I'm gonna try using my special ability when he hits me again. Good. Oh, don't jinx it. Good. Yeah. Ugh. Can I do it this time? Oh, he's almost dead. Yeah, finally finished this guy. Ooh. Amulet. Tree petal. Okay. This guy's been the MVP of Mac Gaming. Thank you very much. I play all Switch games on Mac now. Thanks for all the work you do. Thank you. Any advice on how to run Fallout New Vegas? Crossover and Parallel provides stutters. The best way to run it is through a virtual machine. If you're having unnecessary stutters, you might want to check out one of my fix videos. There's like a Parallels New Vegas fix, which you might need to apply because there's like a water shader which causes issues with the virtual machines on a Mac. Where is my tree? Where's the tree? This game's quite big. This map's really big. Ugh, I'm not doing well. I'm about to die. Can I just skip these guys? finally, another tree. Okay, good.
Hello, hello. I've seen these trees along my journey, but you're the first to speak.
No.
It'd be great if Steam allowed Proton to be used natively with Steam on a Mac OS. Proton is the dream. The thing about Proton is that it's very Linux and Vulkan specific in terms of its fixes. Underlying technology is still very similar to like Crossover. And Codeweavers, of course, are responsible for both Crossover and Proton. So Crossover is basically the closest we're ever going to get to Proton on a Mac, for at least the next few years. Athra Surge unlocked. Barman's Breath. Create an explosion and healing zone. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm really far away from the main level. I'm supposed to go here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Look up there. Interesting. It's an interesting new biome area with all these mushrooms and how do I get this? How do I get the arrows? I need a bow first. Oh, another tree. Never played Zelda or Breath of the Wild. Going to try and play it on Mac sometime. Me and cousin got it up and running last week. Yeah. Breath of the Wild looks pretty well on... I mean, I would say it runs okay. You know, if you're going to have a powerful computer emulating a game, then you might, especially because Nintendo Switch hardware is relatively weak, you'd expect it to run better than it does. Most people are going to get close to 30 FPS, even like on a base M3, which I tested it. I tested base M3 running Breath of the Wild, both on CMU and Ryujinx. It's my next video that I'm doing, which is about M3 Mac emulation, and I've done all the footage for it already, and it does not run well, I'm afraid. God, these guys are persistent. I've got no health.
Hi, Sargon.
Oh, you're here. Yes, I will buy a map.
Your Eye of the Wanderer. I'll add the information I've...
Ooh. I feel like I'm supposed to be using this map marker thing a lot more. That's where I'm supposed to go. Not sure if I'm supposed to get without any health. It doesn't tell me where the trees are. Whoa. Can't hit that thing yet. Andrew, oh my god, thanks for the video. I subscribed to your channel since 2022. Fallout video was recorded in 2020. You're the best. Yeah. I'm glad. Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games, so being able to play it on the Mac was one of my goals. And then when I found the various fixes for it, I was quite happy with that because I knew that it would help a lot of other people who are like me. Okay, boss fight. Okay, we've got a heavy metal soundtrack, which is interesting. Ouch. Oh. I'm not going to survive this. So this is a little healing zone, which is interesting, which means that I've got more healing if I wanted to. I'm not going to survive this. Yeah, not going to work. Okay, let's try this again. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, not doing well. How do I avoid that hind leg attack? Oof. Ouch. Okay, how am I supposed to kill this guy? Gotta avoid the hind leg attacks too. Gotta avoid this hind leg attack as well. You have to slide behind him, but then there's a hind leg attack which you also have to avoid as well. There's a hind leg attack which I've successfully avoided. And then that one too. Ow. The hind leg attack. Hind leg attack. Okay, I'm being a bit more successful this run. Come on, stop dancing with me. Ah. Well, that's cool. Okay, White Quack Tree Amulet. Okay, cutscene. Is it just me, or do some Switch games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 have issues to render clouds correctly on Macs? Wanted Wisdom says, some of the higher end games don't work that well on Ryujinx, I'm afraid. It's a bit sus that Apple announced 0 games for the headset and Mac Pro tips. Yeah, they didn't really talk about gaming at all. Oh, finally got the bow. Yeah, the Vision Pro didn't say anything about virtual reality. It was all augmented reality stuff. So our preconceptions about what a VR headset is will definitely not going to apply to the Vision. Now I've got the arrow. Okay. Now I've got the arrows. It unlocks a lot of things in this game. What is this? I've got another tree here. Let's use the tree. Quack quack tree. What the Golf? Would you say that What the Golf is a Mac game, or is that more like a phone game? Mac Pro tips, you stream the AAA games from Mac to AVP. What's AVP? Apple Vision Pro? Oh, yeah, Apple Vision Pro, but yeah, no high-end VR games. It's only running on M2 and needs to render left, right, but yeah, so as far as I can tell, the Vision is simply going to display a screen in your kind of spatial awareness. It's going to be like a two-dimensional screen in your 3D world. And that's the extent of gaming that I can see that's been demoed so far. It's probably not powerful enough because there's only got an M2 chip inside it. It's not powerful enough to do high-end stuff. If it had like an M2 Max in it, then maybe that might be a bit different. But right now, that's not really the focus. The focus is getting like the Vision to render this augmented reality world properly. Yes, it'll be full App Store. All apps and games will be default to be available on the AVP. I don't think that's going. Are you sure? Right now, yeah, Apple's very inconsistent with the App Store.
We got separated. Why?
It's strange. I encountered another version of myself. A warrior who looked just like me.
What are you talking about?
Is what the Golf? Is it a good Mac desktop experience?
What was that?
That's the question, really. Apple Arcade games, some of them are good on a Mac, some of them are clearly designed for a phone. And you know, when you play a game on a Mac, right, you want something that is immersive and challenging, and a lot of the games that are on Apple Arcade, or mobile games in general, they're there to like distract you, you know, so that you can kill 10 minutes of time while you're waiting for something. They're not really designed to get really into it, right? It's not something you're supposed to like spend 3 hours playing necessarily. So a lot of golf games are casual mobile experiences. So I might try this game out because a couple of you recommended it. But it would be interesting to see, you know, what if it's a good dedicated Mac experience. Can I hit that? What am I supposed to do here? Well, the golf is funny, great for 10 minutes, then get bored with it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, to be honest. A lot of Apple arcades are like that. Arcade games are like that. Kerbal Space Program is great. It has mods if you like modding the game. I haven't really played Kerbal Space Program myself. Is it like a native Apple Silicon Mac version? Haven't tried it. Oh, these guys are much easier to kill with arrows. Okay, Embrace of Athra. Athra, the eternal essence, the binding force, blah blah blah. That's the name of the power up that we the bar that we build up. Let's kill this dude. The sneaky guy's running around. Ow. Ouch. Ugh, died. It's an old x86 native Mac game, but runs very well on M3 Max. The new KSP2 isn't style yet, runs through crossover. Okay. It's a real shame when you know, you have the competent Mac ports of the first iteration of a game, and then a sequel they just give up. Let's try going a different route. Oh, I killed him on one go this time. Well, it's a different guy. Whoa. I like this archery mechanic. I think it's quite an interesting one. Procking those platforms. Interesting. Kerbal Space Program is still buggy. I heard it's not a good game, Kerbal Space Program 2. I assumed Apple linked up with Capcom Resident Evil so they could get access to REVR I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. Oh, you're asking what are my top 5... So Mac Pro Tips is asking what are my top 5 favourite games of all time. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely in the top 5. There's an old game called Planescape Torment. Really love that game. Original Final Fantasy 7. Really like that. I don't like the Final Fantasy 7 remake very much. But... because it's just added way too much padding to that game. 2 more games? I'm not sure. I can't really think of anything right now. But... I played a lot of Total War games. Like, I really like Total War Attila. I mean, I really like most of them. Shogun 2 was really good. Total War Shogun 2. But Total War Attila is probably my favourite out of the entire series. I really like that game a lot. I spent thousands of hours playing that game. And what else do I like? I really like Slay the Spire. I play the Slay the Spire on my phone a lot. I probably have more than 500 hours of that. More than 1,000 into Total War Attila. Yeah, it's top 5. So that's Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 7 original from 97, Slay the Spire, Total War Attila. What was the 5th one I said? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. New Vegas is good too. I think, yeah, New Vegas I would put in my top 5. Slay the Spire is really good. Deus Ex, I do like Deus Ex, but I don't like it that much. How do I get this guy to move up? Mac Pro Tips, what are your top 5 games? We put them in a list. Put them in the chat. What are your top 5 games? Jump. That's a cool platforming section. I like that. I like what they've done with this. Ouch. Okay, good. Managed to kill this baddie. I've run out of arrows already. Run out of arrows and I can't. Okay, I can go this way. Can't do much without arrows. Ah! I have no arrows left. I can't heal myself. Where are my arrows? I can't jump over the thing. I think I'm just kind of stuck here. I have to die. How do I get past this bit? I think I got myself stuck in a position because I don't have enough arrows. I get sucked back into the nearest tree. Okay, well that's a relief. Let's continue here then. At least I've got more arrows now. At least I've got a bow now.
Whatever put him up there, it's a grisly fate. The armor looks old and tattered.
Can I? Cannonball. Ouch. But probably missed it, but why are we running relatively low? Resolution unlocked to 60. Ryan says, let me try running it at 120. It wasn't running that well before. I'm running at 2 times dock resolution. It's slightly stuttery when I unlock the frame rate. I'm gonna put VSync back on. It's another boss. Ow. This guy's not a boss, he's just a normal enemy, but he's just very powerful. Okay, that was the bust. Oh. Okay, cool. What's that about? Kill the guy, and then what? Insignia Persepolis. What's that all about? Okay, many Total War games run on Apple Silicon. Interesting to get Rome 2 to run directly from Steam. So Tarquina says, yeah, Rome 2, you can run it through crossover or a virtual machine. It does not run well. Total War Attila does not run well either. It's sad. How to turn on Metal FX. Metal FX needs to be programmed into the game, so you can't just have you can't turn on Metal FX. It has to be built into the game somehow. Okay. WoW, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario 3, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, NFL 2K Dreamcast. Yeah, those are some games that you can play on a Mac. Cannot handle a high resolution. Can it be played at 120? Yes, you can play it. It was a bit stuttery for me. We're at ×2 native resolution, so whatever the game. The thing is that the metal HUD in the top right is showing the Mac canvas resolution. Is not showing the internal resolution. I'm assuming we're running at double 1080p, but I'm not 100% sure. for the purposes of streaming, there's no point going past 1080p because this is a 1080p stream, so it doesn't really matter. I think it looks great as it is. Doesn't need to be higher than this. I'm going to go Mac Pro Tips top 5 games are World of Goo, New Vegas, Senua's Sacrifice, Mass Effect 2, and The Last of Us. So all good picks. World of Goo is a surprising one because I didn't really like World of Goo that much. I've tried to play it multiple times on an iPad. I've been playing it on the Wii. Just find it hard to get into. The older I get, I find it harder and harder to like enjoy games, unless they provide like instant gratification, or display excellence straight away. It's like really hard to have the patience for games anymore. And I remember I played like the first few levels of World of Goo several times, trying to repeatedly get into it, but just never really seemed to enjoy it that much. It's a very cute game though. How do we get past this guy? It's an interesting puzzle. How do I get past this? I can't remotely activate this lever so that I can get into the next section. Okay, what is this? Memory shard. Okay. Increase the number of memory shards. Okay, let's see what we're doing. I'll have to take a little break from this. When are they saying Zero Grounds is coming out? Well, they said that it was coming out, but then they released a build of Zero Grounds which is under review. So as soon as that build has been approved by Valve, then the game will be available to play. But as of right now, let me see, because I wouldn't mind supporting the indie dev and showing off a nice indie multiplayer first-person shooter, but they kind of messed up their release by not submitting their release build early enough. They should have really known that this would have been a problem. So maybe I'll cover it once it gets released. The death knell for these games, multiplayer first-person shooters, is the fact that day one you're gonna open up a game, and if there aren't more than at least like 20-30 people playing the game, then it's a dead multiplayer game. There's no point playing because it's just dead. So that initial push, there has to be at least one game online. And I've seen so many games release on Steam with 0 players, like multiplayer-only games released with 0 players. And this indie team have not done much marketing for it. So I really doubt they're going to get more than a handful of players actually playing their game. So, which is why I was quite keen to stream it, but for some reason they didn't have their release build ready. Okay, I'm not sure what to do in this section, but I don't have whatever skill I need to get past this bit. Where shall I go next? Shall I go up this path here? Let's go up this path here. Let's have a look. Huh? Oh yeah, I had like no health. Okay. The Saturn is probably my favorite console, Doki says. Well, you know, the Saturn is really eluded me. I was more of a Super Nintendo kind of guy. What are the good Saturn games? Like I remember, like there's like a rally game. There's some Sega games. There was some stuff that came out on the Sega CD, if that's right. But I can't remember any like real proper classic games. Like for the Super Nintendo, you had like Final Fantasy. I played a lot of Street Fighter. But for the Saturn, I don't. What are the best games for the Saturn? Yeah, you had all of the Hanley says that we have all of the good arcade games at the time, like Virtua Fighter. Dreamcast as well. They had some classic games. How are you able to play Prince of Persia? We are running Ryujinx, the Nintendo Switch emulator. So that's how we're playing it. If anyone's joining the stream now, we're playing this game through a Nintendo Switch emulator. Okay, Danielle, thank you for your kind words. I am thankful that I exist too. Ooh, I'm not doing so well in terms of health. I really need more potions because I'm not good at retaining my health in this game. Okay, let's go to this part I've not explored yet. What's this yellow thing? I had this problem before. I can't destroy this yellow thing. Okay, that's kind of a waste. How do I destroy the yellow thing? Can't go past there. So my objective is to reach the upper citadel. So I think I can probably do it if I... Because now I have the arrow, the archer, the bow. I now have the ability to destroy that thing, which will unlock the area that I need to go to. Come down this way. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, good. Sega CD was before the Saturn, really? Saturn had Panzer Dragoon, Street Fighter, Sega Rally, Daytona USA, Virtua Fighter. Panzer Dragoon, I'm not really sure. I can't remember if that was a good game or not. I'm gonna change my surges. let's try and get up here. Do, do, do. Yeah, this is Ryujinx. You can tell from the bottom window that this is Ryujinx. Ah. This is where I got stuck earlier. But now I have arrows. I can do this now. Okay, I can get up here and then do this. I can look. Okay, this is quite challenging. I have to do this. And then this. And then I got this. Ah. Now it's telling me to go this way. Yeah, Sega Saturn Greats Virtua on House of the Dead. Was House of the Dead on the Saturn? I remember playing on the Dreamcast. Virtua Cop 1 and 2, Panzer Dragoon, Virtua Fighter 2, Sega Rally Daytona, Street Fighter Alpha 2, X-Men. That was the best stuff. I was more of a PlayStation guy, I think, at the time. PS1. I remember playing Sega Rally Daytona. I think PS1 had versions of Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, and 3. I remember the Super Nintendo had a version of Street Fighter Alpha as well, which was quite janky. How the hell do I get up there? Let's see. Okay, arrows. Arrows. Oh, another tree. Good. Panzer Dragoon is a rail shooter, but you have a really cool atmospheric game. Yes, Outrun. That's a game I might play again. I think I played this. There's a version of PSP, right? Outrun Coast to Coast on PSP. I could probably emulate that quite nicely versus the PlayStation 3 version. Is there any advantage to doing the hour-long GPTK terminal download over the native Whiskey GPTK? No, there's no advantage. Basically, using Whiskey is fine, or better yet, use crossover and just use the completed version. That's ever since Game Porting Toolkit changed the licensing, it means that these free projects can now distribute Game Porting Toolkit. So there's really no reason for you to build it yourself, because it will take an hour and it will suck. And the end result is exactly the same. Dreamcast had House of the Dead 2. Yeah, Saturn ports were better with more animation than the 4 meg expansion card. Andrew, do you believe the RPCS3 emulator will run well on the MacBook Air M2? Some games actually run really well on the MacBook Air M2 on RPCS3. So this thing blue wall. Okay, obviously means I can't do it. Yeah. Okay, what I should be focusing on is getting back to here, because that's where I was stuck before without the arrow thing. So I should go back because I can't navigate any of this stuff yet. I'll probably learn like a jump dash or something at some point to get past all these enemies. Dreamcast, Sonic Adventures, NFL 2K, Soul Calibur, House of the Dead 2, Phantasy Star 2, Shenmue. Yeah, it's a good lineup. Phantasy Star Online. Okay. Well, a lot of these games will run quite well on Redream. Have you? No, that's the Dreamcast emulator. What was the Saturn emulator called? Will it run on OpenEMU? What's the best way of running Saturn games on a Mac? Okay, I should probably not do this. I should just go back to where I was, because it's kind of a waste of time fighting, going through all these bits. I should just... Wow. Oh, I've got to do this again. Can I fast travel here? No, not again. Oh, God. I think I just got to get back to where I was. M3 Max with the 40 GPU cores is what I'm running this on. Not that you need 40 GPU cores. This, you probably just need an M3 with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, because we're going over 8 gigabytes, and this will run fine on a machine like that, I think. It's way overkill for Switch emulation. I can uncap this, but I think it becomes... I think the frame rate becomes a little bit unstable, so I've kept it capped at 60. I think it looks fine at 60. How do I get across? How do I get across there? Do I have to jump on that disappearing petal? Do I have to go down and then up? And then hold down the B a bit longer? Doesn't let me go. How do I cross this? don't think I can cross this easily. Like, it won't let me go there. Can I fast travel? Well, nice to see you, Hanley. Thank you much for joining the stream. Enjoy debugging some YouTube stuff. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Sorry, I didn't like World of Goo. Sorry, Mac Pro Tips. Funny, I did the whiskey route, but CST ran horribly, and so did OG GPTK. Download just to find out it's a stock command bug with CST that fixes FPS. Took a while. Is that the no joy command? Yeah. Okay, I'm stuck on this bit, so how do I... How can I get past back to here? Somebody clever than me can figure out how to get past this. But... Okay, I need to go. So if I can't jump past these pillars, then does that mean I have to go around here and then go over the top? And then does this connect up to this bit here? It must do, because this... Okay, we'll have to go back to where I was. Ooh, region's crashed. That is probably a sign. Oh, God. The RTX... Well, it's not bad considering that readings ran for 2 hours. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else we can have a look at. Still not available. Exciting new multiplayer FPS. Really wanted to try this today, but it's not being released. When it does come out, I might give this a go. Okay, I'll play a little bit more. Let's reload readings. Do not update. Let's go. I've only done 7% of this game, and been playing for like 3 hours. Okay, so I must have to do this way. This is cool. Oh, it's like a secret pit.
Young soldier. Ah, forgive me, warrior. I didn't see the royal crest.
Are you alone? Where is your army?
I don't. A small group of us were to put, but then the sky darkened. The ground began to grab. It was an instant and an eternity all in one.
So Tarquinius, if you want to run the fans higher, you don't like the ramping, you can just you can download something called TG Pro, which is this fan control software. You can just tweak the fan curves and which sensor it uses, and basically change the behavior of the fans. So if you prefer it to run at a higher rate, so it doesn't go up and down a lot, then that's probably the way to do it. How did Tears of the Kingdom run? Okay, not amazing. Are there no crash logs? I can't be bothered to check. Sometimes switching to another desktop while using Ryujinx can crash it, yeah. You run TG Pro, but the fans are often hardware disabled. Really? What do you mean? What free software are you talking about?
Darius, your battle is long past. Some curse of time has fallen over Mount Carth. It's been 30 years.
Can it be true? But there is something more sinister within the forest.
Even so, time's curse means we're all trapped.
No, I can't take it. Evil is rotting my mind. Quick, find my ally. He'll know how to free me. Hurry.
Hurry.
I found him.
Dead?
Mm-hmm.
I am the last. And this cursed forest comes. Did you see anything that will free me?
I did.
I still hear.
So I'm not aware of any fan control software on the Mac that's free. There's fan sensors which are free, like Stats, which is free. Yeah, if I show you the vents for the fan is right here. So ideally you wanna have this open so that the heat can radiate out. The M3 Max is hot. I've been producing rock music with it and it gets hot. What are you doing with it that makes it so hot, Gatto Paint? I mean, I run games through it, and this game emulation is only giving us 62 Celsius. I've been running this for over 3 hours now. So you'd have to, I mean, even when I video edit, it's only when I'm at the rendering stage where it gets kind of a bit warm. Most of the time it's whisper quiet, not loud at all. Okay, back here again. It's quite a challenging area here. Okay, I haven't been here yet. Let's see if I can get past this bit. Okay. These traversal puzzles, I'm just very impressed with this game so far. Okay, so if you put the Mac in clamshell mode, you'll see the vents pop up so they aren't impeded. Oh, that's interesting. I never realized that. Let me see. You're right, there's the gap here, I suppose, which allows you to vent out a little bit. But the heat doesn't just radiate out of that hole, it's also the entire keyboard array as well. So this heat also comes out from this area as well. So it will make a difference if you take it out of clamshell mode. And there's more surface area as well, so you can run like a slow external fan over it too. That one might help. When is Zero Grounds launching? Probably tomorrow. As soon as their release build gets approved. I've been using some AI equalizers and dynamic processors that hit the CPU very hard, and it still gets very hot to the touch. Okay. I didn't realize that music production could be so intensive. Tarquinus, Morgan Roberts, can't remember where these tests were, but in clamshell mode the MacBook Pros definitely ran hotter with open screen. I'd be very interested in seeing those results, to be honest. Okay, cool. Let's try it.
That amazes you somehow?
I found your bow.
Different possibilities, all unfolding at the same time. It may be worrisome, but at least I know my bow is in good hands.
Oh, with a time loop.
Anahita is taking Hassan to the top of the citadel.
Right. To the Simor Gate. Before I forget, my bow serves a dual purpose. I'll meet you up there.
The bow serves a dual purpose. The chakra. Oh yeah, I saw this in the demo as well. Oh, okay, that's how I can open the door. There's a door here. Where is it? The door here. I can open that using the chakra. This is cool design. What does this want us to do? What is here? I'm just going to skip this bit for now. Another tree. Yeah, this is the 40 GPU M3 Max. Like I said, completely unnecessary purchase. Could have easily run a YouTube channel, done loads of testing without an M3 Max with the 40, GPU. core, but I really wanted an upgrade. And how do I get up there? Well, there's no way for me to get up there. Not with my current skills. Okay, so this bit connects up with that bit. Core is like a little shortcut back to the main area. So I can't do that yet. Is it a big improvement? Is the 40 GPU big improvement over 38 M2 Max? Probably not very much of a difference. There is a difference, but probably not a lot. I haven't tested that 38 core M2 Max. Mac Pro tips. Andrew, what are the chances of you grabbing the Vision Pro when it drops? The Vision Pro is not available to order in the UK, so I'm not going to be able to grab it, I'm afraid. If it was releasing in the UK, I would definitely go and get it. But I cannot see a way for me to feasibly get one. It's probably going to be the most in-demand item that Apple produce, and there's not many that are coming out, so I just don't see it happening. And, you know, my channel's really focused more on Mac gaming rather than AR, VR headsets. I wonder if the headset has... It definitely has screen recording. Definitely have it. And you'll be able to... There'll be a way of doing it. Okay, Gato Paint. I'll love if Apple just put a low latency OLED screen on the next MacBook Pro. Yes, I would like a lower latency screen. I mean, an OLED screen, I'm not actually sure would be that good on a laptop because you want it to be, you want it to perform well in ambient, good bright ambient light. So I'm not sure an OLED is the right thing for that necessarily. Yeah, Tarquin says mini LED is kind of where it's at. Mac Pro tips: I'll buy it in the US and ship it to you, and I won't steal your money. If you can buy one and then ship it to me, I will give you money. I will give you more money than it's worth. I probably won't be able to give you as much money as somebody who'll pay scalper prices. But in fact, if you Mac Pro tips, if you can get me a spare Vision Pro, I will fly to you and take the Vision Pro from out of your hands. And I'll give you money, and well, I'll be able to make content with it. That's the justification. I'll fly to the US.
Sargon of the Immortals?
Faruba, were you here waiting for me?
The world does not revolve around you, young man.
That's my Maman Bozorg. I just know you'll want to visit her shop from time to time.
Oh, late here. It's like midnight. Oh, God. Okay, finally have enough money to buy an upgrade. Okay, I definitely need a healing potion. Yeah. 2 healing potions. Good. Don't have enough money to buy anything else. Okay, so I can go back. This is typical. What is this? What? forge. Well, that's pretty epic.
He's immortal. One who searches for something. Who do you serve, I wonder?
You know about me.
I turn my eye to the human world when I choose.
I'm Sargon. I serve Persia as one of the immortals.
Immortals, you say?
Interesting.
Well, immortal. You stand before a true immortal.
Okay, Mac Pro tips. If you can if you can be one of the few people who can get a Vision Pro and buy 2 of them, right? Then I'll be very grateful. I found an M2 Max 38C for $2,200 US. That is a good deal, I think, because that $2,200 is the price of an M3 Pro, I think, US dollars. So yeah, that's a pretty good price.
Forged weapons for mortals.
I've served mortals from time to time.
Hello, Dante Snake. Welcome to the live stream.
I had no idea that in Mount Kaf, gods and goddesses walked among humans.
It was so. The curse altered everything. Some gods disappeared into others.
Yeah, that is a good deal. That's a very good deal for 16-inch MacBook Pro.
But I remain. I'm one of the lucky ones. My forge protected me from the winds of time.
Would you forge for a mortal again?
For a few time crystals, we might come to an agreement.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Understand this. Even if... Welcome. Do you wish something forged?
This goddess lady doesn't really sound like a smith. Oh, okay, quiver.
I doubt a mortal.
I have not.
Over believe my will. During the shattering of things, we shall see if such power wants to be found. If you are worthy.
God, this game is big. Okay, I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy some more arrows. Arrow capacity. What can I actually buy? I've got 224. I'll buy more arrow capacity. Upgrade. Okay, I now have 15 arrows. I'll go back to my tree. I mean, I would seriously think, let me think, M2 Max MacBook Pro. I mean, M2 Max MacBook Pro. Apple USA. Let's have a look at the pricing. Okay. So, like an M3 Pro with an 18-core GPU is 2,500. So if you're getting an M2 Max for 2,200, that is a seriously good deal. But I think people are sleeping on the idea of going to another country to buy a MacBook Pro. So, for example, MacBook Pro tile. don't sleep on this. The exchange rates on the difference in price could actually justify a flight. So there's that is not cheaper. Interesting. That's actually more than the US. I think it just goes to show that the UK pricing on these MacBook Pros is terrible. Okay. Anyway. Okay, I just play a little bit more, then I want to get past this bit earlier in the game where I couldn't do without the bow. Because this bit was like, yeah, we need a bow, right? You need a bow to do this bit. That's all of the telegraphing of the statues and the archery stuff. Yeah, so this bit. Oh, clever. Okay, finally got back to this bit. This is the joy of the Metroidvania. Going back to a bit you already did. You can get past without some other ability. And I had to travel really far to get this bow. Go. What's going on here? The next bit. In Japan are cheaper. Okay, Delaware no tax. We need a frame generation technology for Apple gaming. It would be amazing. Yeah. Metal FX is based on FSR. In theory, there could be frame generation in the future. You don't want to buy anything from Switzerland. It's the most expensive place I've ever been.
Heard that one before.
Okay. Okay, go on. What's happening here? Let's kill this guy. Ouch. Ouch. This boss is quite tough. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, you live in Switzerland. Okay. God. I used to have friends who lived in Switzerland, and they used to tell me that they would go shopping in France. They just drive to France, and that they will get checked at customs. And if you had like too much meat or something, the Swiss customs would fine you like a lot of money. I might go to Switzerland and then like we go to what is it? Migros, the supermarket. Remember the supermarket name Migros? Everything was just crazy expensive. Okay, I have to avoid this poison pool somehow. Oh, okay, I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all. Okay, let me see. Well, my wife and I went to Switzerland on a holiday many years ago. We just read about how everything was really expensive. We didn't have no money, and we didn't eat out a single time in Switzerland. We were there for like a week, and we just went to the supermarket and bought food. And I even brought tin food with us. Okay. I think I'm losing the will to play this game anymore. Purely because I've been playing for about three hours or so, and I think it is time to go to bed and end the stream. So anyway, I'll do a few minutes of chat, and then it's time for bed. Yeah, Migros, everyone thinks Swiss are rich because of the relatively high salary. In return, everything costs a lot. Everything costs a lot. We don't eat it out except for special occasions, as restaurants are crazy expensive. Yeah, I mean, why I like going to Asia is that even though places like Japan, it used to be considered high cost of living, but actually it's incredibly cheap to eat out in Japan. You eat out for $3 or $4, and it's a good meal, you know. It's a good meal, and it's something that if you're in the UK or something, you'd be paying double or triple for a very similar kind of thing. And you know, when you're in Asia, it's like, when I'm in Taiwan anyway, it's like I don't even think about the cost of eating out. It's just everyone just eats out anyway, and sometimes it's actually more expensive to cook your own food, just because of the way that the portioning works. If you want to cook a meal for one person, then you have to buy more ingredients, and it's just way more hassle. And so many people just eat out. I go to night market, and I got so fat with this Christmas. I gained so much weight just because of eating out so much. And in the UK, I'm just basically cooking for myself every day. So it's a huge difference in lifestyle. What do I think about the Mexico price of the MacBook Pro? $3,200 US. It's expensive. That's quite a lot more than the US. I mean, if you can get it from the US, that would be better, wouldn't it? Because if we look at the US pricing, you're basically saying that the M3 Pro is $3,200 US. That's like a $700 difference. So couldn't you like get a bus to America and then buy one from the States? Isn't that cheaper? Yeah, fun. Do any of you guys think I should? Do any of you have any suggestions for what games I should be streaming next? Because probably done enough Prince of Persia. What do you think I should do next? I still want to play Baldur's Gate 3, so I wouldn't mind doing more Baldur's Gate 3. But I feel like a lot of people find that game a little bit boring to watch, especially the way that I play it, which is not that at that really high level. I do want to play Zero Grounds once it comes out. Yeah, Resident Evil 4. I have not played any Resident Evil 4 since my last stream, so I wouldn't mind doing a full playthrough of that game. I did find it quite hard to play. Slime Rancher. Death Stranding, yeah. I don't think it's coming out in January, though. Slime Rancher, is there a Mac version? When did the Mac version come out? Is that recent? What about Slime Rancher 2? Does that have a Mac? Yeah, it's still in early access. Okay, cool. Final Fantasy 14. I'm not a big MMO. I'm not a big Final Fantasy 14 fan, I'm afraid. And that would be really boring to watch. I mean, MMOs are very boring to watch, I'm afraid. Yeah, I've already recorded all my footage for an emulator video, so I'll be putting together a game emulation video for base M3 Mac. That's probably my next video coming out soon. So that's going to be... that's kind of already covered. I mean, are there any other games to try? Peak of Combat. I've heard that this is an App Store game. Peak of Combat. It's like a mobile game, right? Looks like a microtransaction app, mobile version of Devil May Cry. Wouldn't people rather me play the actual Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, interesting. I was hoping you can make it work so I can get up my window. What do you want to work? Oh, Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher has a Mac version, right? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice for Street Fighter 6 to come out. Oh, the game that is coming out, Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is coming out in a few days. January 25th, so this is next week. So the new Tekken 8 is does work on Apple Silicon Mac using crossover. Or at least the demo works. Anyway, so in a week's time, maybe I'll do crossover Tekken 8. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is not working, but Tekken 8 would work. It's a shame that Capcom's done all this work on Resident Evil 4, bringing that engine over, and then there aren't any other additional Mac ports. So that's a shame, because Apple could have paid for it, I suppose. Okay, Elden Ring. Elden Ring can run. There's a post on the Mac Gaming subreddit about Elden Ring. I saw this earlier today. Let's see. Somebody got Elden Ring to run at 60. If you use MSync and CX. If you use MSync and CX Petra, they'll get you to 60 FPS. So that's something I will try out in the future. Tekken 8 looks amazing, runs well on the M1 Pro base. Okay, that's cool. Looking forward to that. So, I'm gonna, I guess, put it in my calendar for next Thursday to do Tekken 8. In the meantime, I'll have a think about other games too. I could stream, you know what, I could stream Final Fantasy VII Remake, because although I'm finding the game a bit boring, I wouldn't mind finishing it off on stream, because I would like to see how it ends, how they end Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm about like 15 hours in at the moment. I'm at the cross-dressing cloud bit of the game, so I might do that. I'm not sure. KSP. I've never played KSP. Is Kerbal? Is this good? Yeah, I can get a version from. Is Kerbal Space Program a fun game to stream? Is it fun, or is it too cerebral? I'm worried I'll get frustrated with this. Do you think it would be possible to run Capcom games? Some Capcom games do work with Game Porting Toolkit. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 7, they can run. But other games like Street Fighter 6, I don't think anyone's got it working. Has anyone got it working? Thanks. Okay, yeah, so those are some really good ideas. I think I will do Tekken 8 next week, and maybe I'll think of another game to play too. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming over to look at the stream. I will schedule in something for next week, most likely. But, you know, thanks very much for watching. And thanks to everyone who contributed money as well. Memberships, subscriptions, etc. It's really, really appreciated, and helps to justify all the time spent on getting this all set up and working. Anyway, if you want to suggest a game later, you can always leave an actual comment rather than just a chat in the chat window. But anyway, thanks very much for coming. I'm going to end the stream now, and I will see you next time. All right, bye bye.